in terms of the technology of the blockchain where these transactions are recorded, I can see that becoming more and more of a thing because it's so much more efficient than literally recording a piece of paper at the courthouse. So will that ever get replaced? I don't know. Will it all go digital? I don't know. So that's ultimately the efficiency of what's transpiring and what's happening. Real estate's tricky. So it can work for certain properties that are just postage stamp. Everything is good. You do the title search, meet and bound, survey, all that. Nothing ever changes. You can't develop it. You can't change it. It can work for those types of properties. But when you get into more complicated, tricky kind of properties and you try to subdivide, that's where it gets a little bit more complicated. But if you're talking about a condo in a building or a single family home on a postage stamp lot, it's all pretty straightforward. It works. And basically the whole idea is it just streamlines that transaction from soup to nuts and can be done instantly versus having to go 30 days or whatever it takes to do all the different things. Problem with real estate is you have all the inspections, things like that, and you have fair housing and you have all these other different things that can kind of complicate the process. So there's only been 3 of them done so far. So we're at the very beginning of where this ultimately can go. A real estate NFT is nothing more than simplifying and digitizing the recordation of title and ownership. That's what that is. So that ownership can be instantly transferred through a digital format. And then you get into tokenization, which is a whole different thing. And that's almost like syndication, where the tokens are shares and you're selling shares, but that gets into SEC and even more complicated than a syndicated LLC as far as the tokenization goes. And then you have to have somebody that kind of tracks all that stuff and things like that. So it's early and it's complicated, but it's ultimately can simplify and streamline real estate recordation and transfers.